We need you, preferably over 6 foot, good looking, handsome, if you will, photogenic, not the supermodel type, but objectively attractive, something that will make people pay attention and watch, whether they pay attention to you or the story or the content. It doesn't hugely matter to me. We just need a little twinkle in the eye. Not puppy dog, but something that'll catch. Something darker. Sexier. Catch attention. Yeah, yes, good fit. Something that'll shake them a little in a good way. Chin up, smiling, but not too much. Teeth? No teeth. I am seeing too much behind the eyes. Loosen up, okay? Relax. You're in the driver's seat. You're taking us along for the ride. We need you preferably smoking. Do you smoke? Have you smoked before? Don't worry, you look good. Yeah, you look fine. You just need to relax. Honestly, take some time. Go. Get yourself together. There's going to be some eyes on you, watching you. Yeah, quite a few of them actually recording, some of them yet, and you need to be comfortable with that. That's why we need you confident, chin up, looking firm. They need to be watching you, and you need to be keeping their attention. So listen to me. Sit up straight, but relax. Up straight, concentrating, but relaxing. Stop doing that with your hands. Why are you shaking? Oh, you can't be shaking, okay? We need you assertive, poised, something that's going to make an impression on people. Yeah, ideally, cool, calm, collective, but bold and decisive and self-assured. All those things and more. We need you to leave a mark in a good way. Something people are going to wake up and remember. Chin up. You're going to be smoking now. Smoking something, somewhere, smoking, winding down the car window, billowing smoke. Pouring out. Remember, you're in the driver's seat. Come on, stay with me here. We don't need people thinking. We just need them watching. Focused but distracted almost at the same time. If they see too much going on behind the eyes, it takes them out of it. That's why we need you confident, chin up, looking firm, but sit back and relax almost at the same time, you know. Yeah, you're there. You're so nearly there. You look fine, honestly.
We've been through this before, haven't we, darling? Oh, put it down, please. We don't do that. We don't do that. It's okay. Listen to me. We need to be good at listening now, don't we? We're going to sit down and relax. We're going to calm down for a second, aren't we? Oh, we don't need to shake. Don't do that with your hands, sweetheart. Look, chin up, please. Use your words, darling. Talk to me. Well, spit that gum out, sweetheart. You'll choke. Spit it out, please. We don't do that. We don't do that. Where did you get this? Are you okay? Just try to calm down for me. Try to breathe for me. We just don't want people looking over here, do we? Spit it out, please. It's okay. Stay fixed on me, yeah? Just don't worry what they're doing, okay? It's just part of life. You're doing so well. Show me. Wait. Oh, sweetheart, you're all muddy. Well, stay here, darling. We need to hold on for a minute. Just tell me what's wrong. Well, don't worry, we'll get you cleaned up. Let's just sit and relax for a second, yeah? You're doing so well. We just need you to concentrate so we know what's happened. You're going to be just fine. I promise. We don't need to shake here. Give me your hands. Well, the sooner we figure this out, the sooner we can get you back inside. We can run you a bath and get you cleaned up. How does that sound? Wish you would talk to me, darling.
Or try a bit harder. You know, concentration is so unbelievably important. Okay. Oh, people are winding down the windows. Right, I just don't pay them any mind. Oh, you need to listen to me. All right, you don't need to shake though. Keep breathing. Oh, I pulled us over, okay? Breathe though. Keep breathing. People are slowing down to get a good look. Right, it doesn't matter now. Oh, that's what a test is for. That's what a test is all about, yeah. Not all fun and games now, is it? You are in the driver's seat, remember? Oh, we're fine. We're insured. Yeah, we're not injured. You're not injured, are you? I'll get someone to take you home. It's my fault. I should have been quicker. You don't have to speak, but I can't concentrate for the both of us. You gotta just focus. Try a little bit harder. Not go-karting anymore, are we? You don't have to speak.
But anything you do say may be used against you in a court of law. Staying silent is your right. Hey! Eyes on me! No comment is your right, all right?
We need 2 more for table 8, please. Priorities, people. We're late on the lobster. It's too sweaty in here for you to be getting flustered like this.
scallop and mussel.
We're out of muscle. How long have you been here? Don't shake. It's embarrassing. Wake up, people. Orders are not going to stop. They can eat off the fucking floor then.
Then I saw her children eating from the floor while she was watching TV. I mean, priorities where? She makes her kids go through the bins. I've seen them do it. She's pregnant again. She's almost 50.
I'm bit 50 now. Do I see 50? Would it give 55? 55. Do I see 60 now? 60. Would it give 65? Would it give 65 for this beautiful little girl? 65 now. 70. Do I see 70? 70 going once. Final chance at 74. The prettiest girl in the room. 70 going twice. 70, 70, and
Full
so.
empty promises. Well, now we're seeing live the fallout of last night's events. The fumes you can see here is coming from across the highways. In lots of regions, fuel shortages have caused disruptions on the streets and on the roads. The fumes you can see here is mostly from vehicles, some police, being set alight. But people aren't taking orders at the moment, but authorities maintain it's best to stay inside, locking all doors and windows. We'll be here, bringing you the latest. Don't go anywhere,
darling, please. No, don't even think about it. Choking the air, we see now smoke smudging the sky, pouring out, billowing smoke, rooftops going up in flames. The roads are empty. No. The roads are full of corpses. Yes, good. The corpses of cars, their rooftops going up in flames, reduced to rusted colanders by the bullets. Maybe. Reduced to rusted colanders by the bullets, threaded through metal like needles through the fabric of our society. No, maybe. Oh, darling, come away from the screen. I'm begging you. She places her hands on his, shaking.
Wake up, people! We need to pull away and wake up! They've put us into a trance and we must break out of it. We must fight back. They're poisoning our brains. Look at us. Open your eyes and be free from the spell. Wake up!
Wake up, darling. It's okay. I'll explain everything, but right now we need to get our things and go. Listen,
Charlie. It's me, okay? I haven't got long on here, but I need you to hear this, and I'm running out of coins, so I can't. But Charlie, listen, you can't come back here. I need you to hear me when I say you cannot come back here, and if you trust me, you'll listen. The road is running out. We're stuck, and there's nothing anyone can do to help it. I mean, you can't help it now. I wasn't going to say anything, but there's no tarmac left. Everything has run out. It's all melted. You are listening, aren't you? Charlie, I need you to stop and listen. Stop listening to that screen. I know you'll listen to me. Please don't come back here. You cannot help it. Just hold on. I need you to hear this. Stay away from the telly. I'm looking out now at all manner of people parked up in their cars, going nowhere, drinking their cigarettes down to the stubs. I mean, you wouldn't get through the smoke, Charlie, the billowing smoke. Everyone's given up, and I'm turned round because I saw a little girl drinking the petrol. I can't understand it. Why is she drinking the petrol? No, Charlie, listen. You cannot come back here. No, I'm telling you. She's got the pump in her mouth and it was sort of falling out around her lips and you can see the black dripping down on her clothes. And I bet the numbers are ticking up and she can't pay for it, Charlie. Not with money. And there's no water. But we are so thirsty. Even the puddles are made of oil, and when I see her kick them, they smudge like paint on her bare white feet, and I don't know where to look anymore. There's too much. Nobody's got answers, and we haven't got long left here. You know, we didn't do enough, but now we've done too much. Going down they are. I'm looking at the seconds, Charlie. Promise me you'll get away from that telly and you'll listen, just for a second. I just wanted to say, I want you to know that
We've got to fire him.
Don't be stupid.
He's fired, I'm telling you.
Why?
He doesn't even eat lunch at his desk.
Well, so what? He doesn't eat lunch at his own desk.
Don't pretend. Don't act like it's nothing. It's not nothing. Everyone eats lunch at their desk. Everyone. He's the only one who goes down to
What's the point in having a canteen?
It's not just the eating. It's the productivity. Things like this escalate, okay? You watch.
You can't penalise someone for taking a break.
I'm firing him today. We're in the playground.
Where?
We're stood. We are standing.
To be clear, we're not sat.
We're not leaning because there's nothing to lean on.
Standing. We're stood.
We're 11 or 12, pushing 13.
Where?
Standing. Stood. In the playground.
Okay. Yeah, we're at school.
On break from school.
We're all on break.
We've come out of school. Outside.
Outside where?
Outside on the far side of the field.
Well, no, it's gravel.
It's grass.
No, I mean a proper playground, not like the ones with those wood chippings.
It's definitely a playground. There's concrete.
Do you mean asphalt or tarmac, like you get on the road?
Okay, whichever it is, it's craggy and solid, just hard under your feet.
If you fell, well, you'd cut yourself up. You'd have grazes on your elbows or your knees.
Yeah, that's good.
You're the mum.
Ha, you can be the dad.
I feel like you're the dad.
You can be the dog.
I don't want to be the dog.
We're stood, we're standing here, arguing.
No, we're not
A
arguing.
disagreement, yes, but we're talking it on.
We're deciding.
No, we're talking it out respectfully.
I don't want to be the mum or the dog. I want to be like the brother.
Well, there are no brothers.
No little boys.
Oh, you're a single mum.
You're a single mum, an only child.
You're an orphan. You've got no one else.
There's no one else, actually.
Oh, then who am I playing?
We're not playing.
This isn't a game.
This is real life.
You want to get away from all that bollocks and face up to the real world.
You want to listen now. What we're saying, what we're telling you, you follow.
We're not doing mummies and daddies. We're not doing that.
It's about time you grew up.
You're not concentrating. You're not taking this seriously. You're not serious.
Let's say you're the door.
The door.
Well, let's say you're by the door.
The door too.
You're the daughter.
Yes, you're the daughter.
No little boys, you're the little girl.
Concentrate now, this is life.
Your life.
I don't want to be a little girl.
What?
Speak up.
You can't really speak.
You can't call it speaking, can you?
Oh, it's groaning, moaning more than speaking.
Why can't she speak?
You're deaf.
No.
You were born deaf. Deaf since you were born.
You're definitely deaf.
I don't want to be a deaf little girl.
The little deaf girl, oblivious to the world around her. Help.
A helpless little orphan girl with no mummy or daddy in a big scary world that she can't understand.
I don't want to be a deaf little girl.
Pardon?
I don't want to
Pardon?
Sorry, what was that?
And there, taking the piss.
We're all here taking the absolute biscuit, like kids.
Like kids, we're standing here in the playground.
Oh, the playground of hard concrete floor or asphalt or tarmac that'll graze your elbows or
Your
knees
feet,
if you
they
fall.
stick and twist into the ground, into the mud.
Into the field, into the bark, through wood chippings onto muddy grassland.
Oh, the marshes of Bangladesh and rural Poland, think.
Small feet in the grass, the muds of the back of your boots and up your ankles.
You're by the back door.
Wiping your feet on the mat, in fact.
Oh, you're by the back door of this cabin in the woods. Oh, this little girl.
Wiping the bottom of her boot. Her feet, yes?
Yes, your bare feet, freezing purple.
At the edge of the door on the Nordic woodlands, somewhere Scandinavian. But concentrate.
Oh, you're by the back door of this petrol station. Well, the staff are stood outside smoking their cigarettes at the curb. You're smoking at the back door.
This little girl smoking, flicking the stub a little too close to the pumps.
You're wiping your feet at the bombed out door of a Bosnian hotel that's been bombed overnight by bombs.
You're at the door of a semi-detached terraced house in London. 2 bedrooms, a garden with a swing in Enfield.
No, in the London Borough of Ealing. You're by the door now.
You're by the door, you're looking at the door.
This is you, looking behind the door.
You've opened the door behind
the door sits your father,
your dad. Your daddy.
sitting behind the door.
He looks sad.
He doesn't look at all.
Well, I thought you said no parents.
But you feel like an orphan.
Everyone has parents. You weren't even listening.
What? Who are you playing?
This is you, the little girl standing behind the door.
Around the door frame.
Oh, we're not playing anymore. You're creeping around the corner?
The little deaf girl.
I feel like you look.
You have to look.
But you can't do anything else.
You stare there at the kitchen floor.
You look at Daddy, but you can't look back.
You look at Daddy, but his eyes are empty.
I don't like this game.
Not a game, little girl. Listen.
You have to focus and be serious now, because this is your life. Real life.
You're trying to be brave now, you are.
But your daddy isn't moving.
Oh, what's her next move? Where is she going with this?
A child on the outskirts of the Nordic woods.
In the silence.
A daughter on a curb of a Bosnian hotel.
Who can't hear a thing.
On a doorstep in the London Borough of Ealing.
Standing still, chewing the same piece of gum.
Bubblegum. The pink type. The type that runs out of flavour really quickly. But you can't stop chewing. Like a cow on grass, you chew.
You choose to see.
No, you must. You can't not look. You look.
Behind the door.
Let's say he's out cold. Realistically, he's dead.
Okay, your father out cold.
Your dad, being realistic, daddy is realistically dead.
Ooh, you're definitely an orphan.
You've just got home from school.
Oh, you've been a big little girl and walked home by yourself.
Big and brave, past the postbox and down the alley.
Turning into an orphan through the garden gate.
Where?
Come in the back door like a good big little girl.
You've come in the back door and you find Daddy.
Lying still against the kitchen cupboard. Against the washing
Right,
machine.
doesn't matter.
Of course it
You
matters!
need to see this.
You wake up in frozen woods in deep Norway.
On the streets of Bangladeshi market.
Marshes of rural Poland, say.
You're waking up. You're coming around.
Well, we're seeing, through this window of the cabin in the woods.
From the London doorstep. The petrol pump.
You see it well.
I think he's blown his own face wide open.
You're looking. I feel like you're looking.
Feel like you can't look away.
You actually cannot look away.
Chewing on your bubblegum in absolute awe with undivided attention. Daddy's jaw broken, hanging by thin, stringy little red threads. You blowing on a pink gummy balloon until that too explodes.
I feel like he speaks.
Well, you can't hear him.
But I feel like you can hear him. With your head.
Oh, breaking the silence.
If you try and remember what it's like to listen. What it means to listen, but all you can make out is the static from the telly, the screen. But even so, he speaks. His words crackling through in white noise.
And I feel like you hear him, but you're actually hearing him.
Well, not with your ears, because,
Yes, with your head instead.
All of this in my head.
No, it's still real life. You can feel it's real, can't you?
Oh, he says something. Like...
Darling, what are you doing here? My sweet, sweet girl, you shouldn't have to see this. It's not fair on a little girl like you.
Oh, and I feel like you actually cannot look away.
You've already established that we cannot look away.
All you can do is stare. There.
Are you sure?
Sure.
You saw the barrel of the gun that made confetti out of his face.
Up against the kitchen floor, you imagine you saw his eyes with yours.
There, at the kitchen floor.
At the door, you stare there. I've never been more sure of anything in my life.
Your own mouth slowly drops open.
In slow motion, gum falls, hitting the floor with a light slap.
A smack,
A slight smack, yes. Good gum hits the floor.
like the shell from the gun.
The one that blew out the candles.
Happy birthday, princess.
Another year on, with the world as she knows it crumbling away.
We're falling apart, yes. What else?
Caving in, her life collapsing.
And we can see it's all there in her face.
What will she do next?
I feel like this is actually real.
I can actually see it.
I could see this happening.
I've seen this sort of stuff on telly.
The kind of stuff my dad doesn't even let me watch.
No, I bet it's actually happening.
Oh yeah, to someone, definitely somewhere.
All across the world, in fact, happening now.
Not just for the cameras, not just for us watching.
Happening. Whether we see it or not.
And cut.
Okay, sir. Just need to take you through some security questions. Okay.
Long distance, how may I help?
Call for area code 6751.
Putting you through.
Twice secure in danger.
Telephone number 6004.
Please note that our current response time is up to 17 working days, and with every new message, you will be pushed
I'll try
back.
another
Please
line.
leave your name and number, and I'll get right back to
Bye,
you.
bye, 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 bye.
Something's definitely up. The lines are empty.
There's a queue full of callers.
Well, no, I completely
I like dealing with callers who are upset.
appreciate your
who are
position.
angry.
We're
Keeps
working
me
to the
sharp.
best of our ability.
Sometimes I'm gagging for
You know
a
what?
real nasty one.
I
to
don't
start
get paid
ripping
enough
into
for
me.
this shit.
Gives me a rush. Keeps me on track.
Sometimes you get the same ones calling back, and I'm biting my tongue, sticking to the script.
Sorry, I'm doing a million things at once here. You want to speak with my supervisor? What do you mean, or else?
But
Whereabouts you from
I
then?
tell myself sometimes
Don't
maybe he's having a bad day.
get
He's having a tough
frigid.
time. He has a problem that I can't understand.
You really
so
do,
I'll just be
sexy
as sweet
boyish.
and as kind as I can.
Oh, I was just
He
calling
comes
to
back
say
on
thank
noise,
you.
all
Sorry
static.
for clogging up the
I'm
queue.
only one
Have a lovely rest
person.
of your day, sir. Oh, I'll try another line.
Making me go through the same information again and again, expecting a machine on the other line.
Next, another one. Next, next, next.
They reel off names and numbers and codes you can't make out, and you get scared. You're scared to ask
You're
them.
afraid of what
Sorry,
they might say.
could you
They want me
repeat
to be
that?
a robot, and I don't feel good enough.
Kindly provide your confirmation number so that we may assist you further. Okay then, do you know which number you called from or who you last spoke to? Yes, from before. Date and time you phoned us? Nothing? No, I do believe you, sir. I do.
Okay, sir, if you could kindly put your personal information in there, okay? Concentrate. No, don't say it out loud.
Customers are certainly, most of the time, 9 times out of 10, mostly wrong.
Okay, sir, have a lovely rest of your day. Yes, correct. 5,
You
4,
couldn't pay me to go
0,
back there.
4,
Maybe you tried, but
0,
you couldn't pay me
0,
enough.
5.
The number you have called is not recognised.
I'm currently away from my desk right now and unable to make calls. Please leave your name and number, and I'll get right back to you.
I don't have time to get back
Be
to
assured
you.
this is the
Sounds
correct
awful.
number.
Well, you're breaking
Everything's
up, sorry.
fine on my end. You're not listening. That's the problem.
You called me.
I called you.
You didn't. You never called.
Always away doing something else.
Tell me now.
I need to speak to you.
I did. I rang and rang and
Didn't
rang.
even ring.
Too late.
Say what you came here to
I
say.
promise I did.
Say it.
Yeah, can I get the king prawns and gnocchi with no spinach? Ooh, could I get the tomato bruschetta but without the red onion, please? Actually, could I get the chicken orzo and cannellini soup? Yes, the bean soup, the broth. Could I get the king prawns and gnocchi without the gnocchi? How many calories in that one? Ah, could I get the tomato bruschetta without the tomato? Yes, but without the cannellini. Bean soup with no beans. Yes, that's just for starters. Sorry, there's a lip stain on that glass. Can I get that swapped out? You're going to go for the trout. Can I get the tomato without the bruschetta? No doubt. Lobster, pea, gluten-free, creamy saffron butter risotto. Although, can I borrow for me another knife? Mine dropped. Could you get that swapped out for extra grilled chicken? Ooh, chopped parsley and extra. I'm thrilled. No, that's all right. right, thank you. Just a light pinch of pepper, that's better. The lamb burger with the feta. I don't particularly want to sit right by the men's. Again, I know you're tight tonight, but can you see what you can do? Ribbons of courgette finished with lemon zest. Better yet, the scallop stew with duck breast. Wow, the heat in here is making me sweat. Five times I've asked you now. There are no knives. I'm allergic to chives. You cannot allow me to eat with my hands. Your face, I wouldn't know how. What do you mean you haven't the seats or the space to move me? The plate has burnt my hands. They weren't cooked through. I don't understand. You need to figure this out. The trout, no doubt. Lobster pea, gluten-free. But borrow for me the knife that dropped. Chopped parsley, black pepper. Lamb burger with the feta, bruschetta, bean broth, burrata, basil brisket, bread and butter, courgette, no, hold it, not yet. Knives 5 times, onion, chive, truffle, mayo, rocket, thyme, eating with my hands in my face, coriander, Christ, cannellini, carrot cake, please, turn the music down, it reeks in here. My eyes are watering, skin on fries, sun blushed, dried, time flies.
Well, without any clinical evidence to show the organism that caused your illness, it cannot be confirmed that it was indeed from food consumed.
Here on our premises,
Eyes up here.
don't actually implicate the food has caused
Gastrointestinal symptoms.
cerebral and nervous symptoms, it seems.
No, actually, less than 50% actually is spawned from foodborne organisms.
It's easy to focus your attention on the wrong things.
Viral infection is often the result of viral infections transmitted from person to person.
Through aerosols, for example.
And we all know the risk of human contact.
Especially in our current climate and...
Contrary to popular belief, shellfish poisoning is not hugely common.
No, the cause actually find norovirus found its way into the food chain through sewage contamination. So actually,
you see, when rainfall is actually super heavy, drainage systems actually become overwhelmed, which actually causes sewage to actually, in actuality, escape to the sea.
This is serious business.
If you took clams, cockles, scallops, mussels in your case, if you took these and consumed them raw from the wild, then yes, there's a reasonable chance you'd poison yourself.
Things like this are often over-sensationalized, so...
It's important not to get distracted.
As here.
Sign here. And again here.
It's very different in a gourmet restaurant.
Sign again here. And just here.
Marvellous! You're organising a drawer of jumbled socks and finding matches for each pair.
You're sorting a deck of cards by suit.
You're fairly certain the washing machine has eaten one, stripy, green, and...
You're rocking back on a chair's hind legs.
You are tracing a geometric shape with your finger. Any finger.
You're untangling a chain of a necklace.
You're making a bed, clumping up the pillows.
Your name is Charlie Henshaw.
You run a blog where you provide unique date ideas for specific towns and cities.
Oh, you're sharpening a
You're
pencil.
squeezing a tea bag.
You say, I'm sick of living out of suitcases.
You're applying contour to the hollows of your cheeks, the temples, the jaw.
You're filling up a
Blend,
watering can in the sink.
blend.
You're zooming in on someone's face.
Your name is Rachel Norris.
You're resetting your alarm clock.
Oh, you're filling up the car.
Your body, your fingernails.
You're deleting spam emails.
Ha! You're assembling a sandwich.
You're trying to keep a balloon in the air.
You say we were only kids, have mercy.
You're looking at memories through a computer.
You're following a child on a scooter with your
You're
eyes.
scratching the inside crease of your arm.
You can't miss anything. You can't miss a thing.
Your name is Alex Webb.
You are a duck that wears a hat and tie and enjoys sleeping.
You're weighing flour on a set of white
You're
scales.
trying to get back to normal.
You're spelling with plastic letters, magnets on the fridge, pulling a sentence together. Yes?
You're holding a child's
You
hand.
crave instant satisfaction.
You keep scrolling.
You're taking cough syrup that smells deeply of hemoglobin or oranges.
You are scanning, optimizing for the best contacts, opportunities, and activities.
Can't wait.
You're taking the lift up to the 6th floor.
You're threading a needle.
Returning an overdue library book.
You are a ferret with a short temper.
You're trying to unsubscribe from
You're double knotting
newsletters.
your shoelaces.
You're recreating an historical battle.
Ooh, you're shaking.
You're shaking hands.
You're late for an interview, actually.
Your name is Sandy.
You're popping spots in the mirror.
You're being hugged from behind.
You're nodding in and out to sleep.
You see nothing, you hear nothing, you remember nothing.
Good
You're in a
answer.
thumb war.
Remember to breathe, you must keep
You're
breathing.
stuck in motorway traffic.
You're losing.
Trying to drink from a power hose.
You're failing.
Oh, you're locking yourself out of the
You
house.
failed better than that.
You're ordering the
You're
lobster.
failing to keep eye contact.
Oh, you're robbing a bank with a plastic gun, a plastic pistol.
You're
looking up what a bank
Can't be anywhere too long, can we?
Don't forget to breathe. You must keep
You
breathing.
shout madam only for £2, for £2 here, for £2
There's a gap in your employment history, Sandy.
Madam, only a minute of your time, madam, a minute of your day.
You have signed an NDA.
You've considered your weaknesses.
You're taking out the
You're
bins.
recycling Playboy
You
magazine.
think your brain can do more than it can, but maybe your brain can do more than you.
the car.
Tell me about a time where you made a mistake and how you
You're
recovered.
in the driver's seat.
You're eating curry. Katsu, the chicken is too chewy.
You're speaking out loud.
While the pink house, they have a dog. The daughter's room faces onto the road.
You forget to shut your
You're
curtains.
smoking, but don't forget to breathe.
You have seen, heard, experienced nothing, Sandy.
What are your salary expectations,
You're setting out of office
Sandy?
You're
replies.
clearing your search history.
Your time management could be better.
You're late for school.
Where are you, Sandy?
Tell me something I don't know.
How many tennis balls can you fit into a limousine?
You're
lying, you weasel.
Good
In
answer.
no more than 250 words.
You are failing.
Sandy, what do you remember from that
You're
night?
alphabetizing an extensively large DVD
Summits
cassette.
You're
pen.
changing channels.
You're practicing your signature.
Sandy, what time is
You're
it?
testing batteries.
You're lighting a candle.
You're updating your passwords.
Sandy, what's your real
You're holding
name?
down a trampoline.
You're stepping off the plane.
You're adjusting to the
Breathe.
heat.
You're scrubbing graffiti.
You're carrying radioactive.
You're tending to the garden.
You're boiling snow.
You're sculpting clay.
What do they watch tonight, Sandy?
You're emptying the fridge.
You're rolling down the
You must keep
window.
breathing.
Dusting a 1960s lampshade.
Oh, you're throwing up, for Christ's sake. Can somebody...
You're sampling cheese.
You're polishing
You're raking
silverware.
leaves.
You're picking maggots from your teeth.
Sandy, what's
Oh,
the weather
you're
like
disinfecting
tomorrow?
doorknobs and
You're
door
testing
handles
the
from
smoke
around.
alarms.
Sandy, call an ambulance. Oh, you're And
You're
you.
Proceed.
Keep breathing!
Failing, apologising.
No, you're waiting for the
Target,
Ash-Byrne.
Sandy.
Set a timer for 5
You
minutes.
are here and you are everywhere and yet you are
You're
nowhere at
shaking
all.
Down.
You're following
You're
the
flipping
leader.
a coin! Sandy!
Sandy,
Oh! This town holds the record for the longest traffic jam. Local guy, normal guy, they put him. Mid-20s. This was years ago now. My dad told me, so I don't really remember it. Are you listening?
Oh, well, you've hardly cut to the chase.
Well, since you asked, no one really knows. He just put the handbrake up, and when the light went green, he didn't move. Just sat there for 7 days straight.
Why didn't they just go around him?
After the Iron Bridge, there's a one-way road that bends round to the left, and there's a set of traffic lights. It's a sharp turn and it's narrow. Even in the last few years, there's been petitions to widen the road because school buses and lorries keep getting stuck. Loads of people tried, but he wouldn't speak to anyone. He was just staring out into space. He wouldn't even blink, apparently. And no, I know what you're going to say. They couldn't tow his car because the truck wouldn't fit. So this guy, local, normal guy, single-handedly put the entire region into a week-long standstill. 3 different motorways all connect to the interchange at the bottom of the hill. Not all at once, but there are a few separate junctions that all lead back here. So anyone who tried to get in or out of Twin Bridge couldn't. And the hold-up went back for miles and miles. The guy who ran the bargain shop used to cycle down to the motorway and sell food, your water, your cigarettes, for insane prices. Are you even listening?
Oh no, I'm waiting for the punchline.
On the Sunday,
okay.
middle of the night, he disappeared. Police on the night shift were fast asleep. The glove compartment had a letter with a quote from Gandhi. There is more to life than increasing its speed.
Is that it?
I think he was onto something.
Oh my god.
Explain it to me.
What would you like to know?
You can look up anywhere in the world, move around, 3D.
Hypothetically, but so much still hasn't been rendered yet.
A meaning?
We haven't got round to recording it all. You gotta think. The approximate circumference of the planet is over 40,000 kilometers, which doesn't sound all that much, but you've got to take into account the terrain, the legalities, the rights to film on certain types of land. It's a mammoth job.
But if I search somewhere up, it showed me the front of the house, move around, 3D.
Front of the house, move the camera angle, up and down the road.
But not everywhere.
This country, you're mostly good. However, you couldn't jump into the peaks of some Nordic woodland or the marshes of Bangladesh or something like that. You know, humans have got to have at least regular access to those areas for them to even justify it.
And people?
Yeah, if people are caught on camera, their faces are blurred. Privacy, protect their identities, I imagine.
Well, speaking of legalities and rights and whatnot. It's perfectly legal to film someone in a public space without their consent unless the recordings are used for nefarious purposes. While there's no expectation of privacy in a park or on the high street, you could put in a civil claims where, hypothetically, you could win a damages payout should you provide sufficient evidence that your privacy was breached.
That begs the question of what that person has to hide. What could be the effort of court proceedings if not something that could put them at risk? And, for the purposes of this, there's nothing explicitly nefarious about it at all. That being said, once uploaded to the wider public, it's impossible to monitor what is being accessed and who by.
And for what reason?
Which is why it's important to blur the faces.
Blur the faces, yes, but hypothetically, you could still work out who it is.
Hypothetically, if you knew whereabouts they live, the types of clothes they wear, and so forth, yeah, pretty much. In fact, people use this type of 3D rendered imagery to revisit people, places, and things. The daughter returns to her childhood home on a whim. Though he died 3 years ago, her father is still...
father?
Yes, okay, late father is still there gardening on the front porch. So she returns to him all the time, grieving the loss of someone who there is still alive. People get sucked into this thing, believe me.
3 years dead?
Goes back as far as 2008.
Time travelers.
Well, hang on, we're talking about an archive here. Years and years, you could spend hours, days even.
1 Hawaiian rum punch and 1 pecorino.
Thank you.
Ready to order?
I'll get the lobster.
King prawns, please.
So, hypothetically, if I was running a job, I'm sent the postcode, loaded up, checking for entrances,
Exits, nearest escape routes, closest main roads, police stations, hospitals.
We'd have to scout the place out a couple of days beforehand normally. Make it a week, even.
Exactly, and hypothetically, you could do all of this from the comfort of your very own bed. That's all there is to it.
You know lobsters?
Not personally, no.
Cannibals. They're reproducing to the point that they're feeding on themselves. In the Gulf of Maine, for example, the water's getting warmer. Something is changing the way they think. They're reproducing quicker. Natural predators are being driven out by fishing. Ground fish, cod, halibut, that naturally feed on lobsters, gone. So now, the big lobsters are getting cocky or desperate. Tests show that smaller lobsters are 90% more likely to be eaten by their brethren than any other kind of fish. This is happening from North Carolina through to New Jersey up to Canada. There is nothing, and yet too much to choose from. Look, you see how they've banded the claws together? It's not uncommon to lash out in confined spaces, but not the wild, attacking, but not eating each other.
That make you feel better about your order?
Retribution, perhaps?
Murderers.
You are what you eat.
I'm going to run to the little boy's room.
Excuse me, do you have a serrated knife, the one we use in steak houses? Proper sharp, like, for the lobster? Appreciate that.
shall I get back on track?
Find out why I'm really here. You know one thing about mussels?
Go on.
Mussels contain more iron than a fillet steak.
Ha! Good thing we're not at the steakhouse, huh?
Right, I best be off.
You only just got here.
Huh?
It's been ages.
Yeah, exactly.
No, since we. No. Would you get your hands out of your trousers, please? It's disgusting. You never
I
called.
was going to tell you something.
Yeah, but
Forgot.
ah.
Do you have a light there?
Oh, smoke now, do you? I quit, actually. So.
Oh, well, do you mind if
Oh,
I?
what if I do mind?
Huh?
Actually, yes, I do mind.
You do?
Oh, yeah, because it's rude.
Yeah, but I need to.
Oh, says who? What? It cannot wait, no? There's no gun
Right,
to
can
your
I
head,
not
Charlie.
just?
Would you rather me just
I'll
fuck
leave
off?
it.
No,
It's
go
fine.
on.
No, I'll leave it. I'll come back. I'm listening.
No,
Come back.
no. Why not?
You must first believe that it is possible. You observe your surroundings. Observe a small object. Commit every detail of it to memory. Shape, color, material. See it in your mind's eye. You must first believe in discipline. You must practice. You must cast the object in front of you. You must process your connection to it. Observe the energy that flows between. Focus. Again.
Steam clears sinus and chest congestion. calms the nerves, soothes the muscles, relieves the head when it aches. Yes, headaches, migraines, lowers blood pressure when blood pressure is high, enhances circulation. Well, mine's still not great, but I sleep better. I don't know, I can feel it running off the skin. When I'm there, my mind is lighter, sort of clearer, away from all the noise. Relaxing into the shoulder blades, surrendering to a warm embrace. You do just surrender to it. You know, standing there, fingers going numb with wrinkles, but you don't mind. It's the only place where the world stands still.
Ah, listen now, come back.
No.
Dear observer, I see you. To the panel of a bus shelter, you see me. To the pane of a revolving door, I see you. To the glass of a gift shop window, you see me. I see you seeing me, and I see you back.
Dear observer, I see myself a little too well, a little too often, living in pixels and frames, this image, my image. Can I not avoid my own eyes in the mirror? Can I not hold you with one hand, yet you have the whole world in your grasp? A hold, a chokehold. No, not violent. We are willing. We like it, not secretly being watched in that way. It's different to being watched in the human way, the grisly way. It's almost comforting. It's a comfort thing.
Dear observer, when is a selfie no longer taking a selfie and rather a hello? To you, watching, spoken in the blink of a camera, eyes that agree to say nothing. Your eyes are red, recording, documentation in motion, live. I'd rather you watch me from across the building, filming from across the street than a person of flesh whose next move is unknown to even themselves. It's not so much horror when it's me looking back, is it? The future can't be scary if it's yourself looking back. Sick and tired of seeing the same face in returning in the glare of a camera, but knowing that you're behind, seeing through, underneath, inside, within it. But I will only ever see me.
Dear observer, I am in the makings of a list. Just a long list of the things you know about me. You watch as I cross the street. You see where I work, where I walk, who I talk to. Just too much information. You follow me, but I follow you back.
Dear observer, through the lens, blinking red, I see you. We're live, you and I, all the time. Is my new stream of consciousness moving or still, or who's capturing who? Because I feel my reflection capturing me, but an image is a conversation between the photographer and the subject. So we must all choose our words very carefully. And, well, I know what I'd say to myself. So, dear observer, if you can, what would you like to say?
Let's begin. Start by taking a deep breath, and as you breathe out, feel your body sinking into the floor. I want you to focus on my voice. Clear your head of all the thoughts that cloud your mind, and focus on the vibrations of these words. Notice the breath as it enters your nose. Notice how it feels on your nostrils. Let your breathing relax you. Each time you inhale, feel the breath passing down your windpipe. Feel the air expand and relax your lungs. Now, we're going to imagine that your body is made of soft fabric. Imagine that this fabric is dipped in warm water, floating, your body suspended in a tepid pool of gentle waves. Imagine that now this fabric is stretched out onto warm concrete. Imagine how it would feel to be this fabric, so warm and heavy, basking in the heat of the sun. You feel the steam rising from your body, becoming lighter and lighter, steam rising, stripping the weight away, clearing the mind. This is a safe space. Feel the heaviness running off the skin. Feel your whole body becoming lighter, the muscles soothing, at ease, at peace. Your body needs time to heal. Give yourself this time. When you are ready, place your hands on the person closest to you. Trace their body to find their shoulders as someone else finds their hands on yours. Think about the last time you felt touch, human touch, like this. Lightly press your hands into their skin and feel the warmth of each other's bodies. It is normal to feel numb. It is natural to feel anger. Your mind is protecting itself. You can get through this. Follow the sounds of my voice and surrender yourself. You did not deserve this loss. It is not your fault. You will make a new life. Now, feel the soft fabric of your body wrap around this person. Surrender yourself to this vulnerability. Surrender to this warm embrace. Feel the heat of their chest against your back. Feel their torso expanding, pressing deeper into your shoulder blades. Breathe and move together. You are a resting huddle of penguins. You are a nestling litter of puppies. As you breathe out, allow the air to clear the clouds that fog your mind. As your body sinks into the tepid pools of water underneath, you feel the currents of a stream. Attention is our currency to spend this time freely. Pay attention to the gentle waves. Let them carry you away. Allow your mind to drift. As I count to 5, you will awaken. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And that's a wrap on the CPA for the final time.
Woo!
Well
Oh my
done,
God.
well done. Thank God.